Hey there and welcome. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create anti-MLM, that's anti-multi-level marketing videos. I also do some true crime and white collar crime, basically anything kind of scammy or related to fraud. Today, we're going to examine two instances of companies trying to pump up the unpaid sales force based on tragedy that happened to one of their distributors. We are going to look at the case of Shanann Watts. She was part of le-vel, and we're also looking at Stacy Tung. She was part of Market America. I am including Shanann because I really kind of have the feeling that people who follow true crime and possibly the thrivers think it's an anomaly for this to happen. And I'm just letting you know it's not. MLMs will absolutely leverage anything they possibly can, including someone who was killed by their husband and someone who died from breast cancer. Overall, when you're part of one of these type of companies, you'll use anything and everything and then some, the kitchen sink, the whole kit and caboodle, literally anything to try to grab people's attention. And you're doing it all so that they will buy your poop or join your poopy team. Please do not send any hate to anyone who is involved with an MLM, to Market America, or to le-vel. Also, be kind to each other and to me in the comment section. After all, the world could really use a big old dose of kindness right about now. This video is based on my research, experience, and opinion. Please, as I always say, do your own research. All MLMs use the same manipulative tactics. It's just called something else, and there's just another product or another service, but they're all basically the same. One thing that I find particularly distasteful is that when you're in one of these companies, once you get a little bit of, traction, I think you unknowingly start to manipulate people. It's like you were taken advantage of, you were preyed upon, and then that's what you do. You start victimizing others. Now, I'm not placing any blame on Shanann nor on Stacy because they were both victims of the dream, the opportunity that's sold to you through these types of companies. And that blame rests squarely on the shoulders of the CEOs, the people who created these companies. Shanann Watts, her two daughters, Bella and Cece, and unborn son, Nico, had their lives cut tragically short when Chris Watts killed them on August 13th of 2018. Chris is now behind bars serving a lifetime sentence. How this happened, who was involved, and why it happened is still being talked about a lot because the case is so very unsettling. Shanann's friend and member of her organization, part of le-vel, Nicole Atkinson, is often characterized as a hero for contacting the police when Shanann's daily social media posts were absent and she didn't answer her phone. After the news broke that Shanann was not just missing, but in fact dead, the internet was abuzz, and that buzz has yet to be quiet. Thrivepalooza is the annual conference le-vel holds. Shanann's father and her brother attended the event in her stead in 2019. Distributors snapped pictures of them and had pictures taken with them. I bet it was quite the scene. A distributor made this post. Not sure if any of you remember the story of Shanann in the news or not, but holy #legacy. Shanann Watts, set out to hit a goal with her Thrive team under terrible circumstances. Her and her beautiful children are not here today. Something amazing happened at Thriveapalooza yesterday that will make you swell with tears. Her and her team hit that goal. Hashtag 200K. Hashtag Thrivepalooza 2019. Hashtag Shanann Watts. Her dad and brother accepted and showed up for her and those babies. It didn't get enough recognition as it should have, but never forget how many lives you impact in a day, a month, a year. You find your tribe. Your legacy will forever live on. Amen. Abby Maloney was above Shanann. I do not think Abby was directly above Shanann in the entire little, pyramid, but they were connected somehow. Abby donned one of Shanann's dresses at Thrivepalooza in 2019. I am not sure if Abby has any clue how distasteful the rest of the world finds this or not. I find it a bit, well, a lot cringe. Would you put on the clothes of someone you loved who had passed and make a social media post about how you are honoring their memory by wearing a dress or sweater or whatever? The very last thing I thought about doing was putting on her boots that I had, and I'd had them for years, and tell everyone how I was honoring her memory by wearing her boots. Here is another post. The distributor is using a picture of the Watts family for her profile, and I find that very distasteful. Her post says, "If anyone is interested in trying Thrive, message me. I will get to you no later than by the end of the week. I appreciate all of the support, messages, and condolences." It's what Shanann Watts would want. She would want us to continue to help people. I have been fighting it. She wouldn't want us to stop. I am pretty sure there were a lot of posts similar to this, some of which knew Shanann, some that did not. The fact that Shanann was celebrated posthumous for reaching the highest rank in le-vel, I find highly disturbing. And to be totally transparent with you, back in my Hunbot days, I can totally see if some well-known Beachbody Hun had passed away and everyone was honoring her in their posts, I would have done the same thing. I know that in the head of a Hunbot who is deep in Hun mode, they believe fully that what they are doing is harmless and totally okay. After all, they see those above them doing it and the company making a statement. So why would they not do the same? I attribute the behavior to being deeply indoctrinated into the belief that MLM is your savior. You are no longer you. You have become the MLM personality, and shedding it is not easy. I'm still working on it. There's things that still trigger me. Another post states, "A daughter's dream. Shanann and her team made this happen. You all worked so hard. Shanann couldn't be more prouder. I know she is jumping up and down with her children and has joyful tears. She loves all of you. Thank you from Shanann's mom and dad. We did it. Take a bow, all of you. Stand proud. Hashtag shine like Shanann. You are all rock stars. 200K, you did it." It saddens me so much that Shanann's mom got involved with le-vel. I showed when that happened in a different video. I also heard that her brother did as well. And this is what these companies do. They will suck in as many people as possible that you know into their vortex. I find it, again, very disturbing. And another post states, "Wow, this post hit me in the heart this morning. You may remember the horrific story out of Colorado this past year of a pregnant woman and her two daughters being killed at the hands of their husband, father. It was heart-wrenching and unimaginable. Well, the mother, Shanann Watts, was a thriver. She was passionate and had a goal, like most promoters do, of reaching the top, hashtag 200K. Well, yesterday, on the last day of a tragic year, her team did just that. They got her to the highest rank, proving you never really are successful alone. What a special and memorable time for them. Want to hear something even more amazing? When a promoter sadly passes away, their business does not disappear. In our policies, their entire business is handed to the next of kin or whomever the law has named in charge of their estate. That just makes my heart burst that you could build something lasting and leave it to those you love. Unreal. So thankful this company is doing things different. Prayers and thoughts to her family and entire team. I know even through the excitement, they have such heartache still. What an achievement. I know thinking that I could pass something to my stepsons is one of the many reasons I pushed so hard when I was a Beachbody coach. This concept is pure poison. For most people, it doesn't matter how hard or how long they work their quote business. They do not experience any level of quote success. Even if they are a little successful, it's an illusion. They are like a duck on a pond trying to look all cool, calm, and collected, but in reality, their little feet are going real fast. J.R. Rittinger founded Market America in 1992. Just so you know, he is a former Amway distributor who left and went on to create his own. Market America alleges the only way to fail their business model is to quit. In 2017, Market America faced a federal lawsuit alleging it was a pyramid scheme that targets Chinese American immigrants. It was also characterized as practicing racketeering, in which most sellers never receive a penny, much less earn more than $560,000, as Market America claims. In 2019, the suit was transferred to North Carolina with another suit. In 2020, Truth in Advertising began investigating Market America and caused them to have to remove a few hundred marketing claims that it made. The only income disclosure statement I can find is from Canada in 2015. The odds are not in your favor. Combining the two lowest tiers, 46.48 made between $1 to $3,000 for a year at 15 hours a week, which I'm trying to be realistic, but I will tell you this, people work more than 15 hours a week on this. But anyway, if at 15 hours a week, that's 780 hours annually, the most you would earn per hour is well below minimum wage, $3.85. Plus, to be active, you are required to sell or buy a certain amount to be eligible to earn this paltry amount. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't seen it, I've already done a deep dive on Market America and gone more into this type of stuff. So I will link that in the description. Stacy Tung was celebrated throughout her tenure with Market America. For instance, in July of 2013, Stacy reached the rank of Executive Field Vice President in Market America's unfranchised, quote, opportunity in Taiwan. She spoke at the Market Taiwan Convention. I would surmise that most people who joined Market America in Taiwan are somewhere within Stacy's overall organization. She is said to be the youngest person to reach this rank at the age of 30. Stacy had breast cancer and it had reached stage 4. From what I can gather, she was rather stoic about her condition. I'm a breast cancer survivor, so it hits me hard to know someone lost their life to any form of cancer, but especially breast cancer. Although Stacy's death was due to breast cancer, like Shanann, Market America did not hesitate to take the opportunity and use it to pump people up to get them to go harder. After all, that's what Stacy would want, right? Or was it? Maybe she would want something very different. Maybe she would want people to not use her death as a marketing tool. This is what JR posted. A message to all of Market America and Market Taiwan and the UF about our beautiful Stacy Tung and what we can do in her honor going forward. There is no way to explain or express the meaning or impact of Stacy Tung's untimely transition, leaving us in this life to carry on her legacy of changing lives. She was bigger than life and had a very evolved spirit and soul. We might call her a saint. It is difficult to even articulate the impact she had on the business and UFOs, young and old alike. She communicated it so well and led by example. She positively influenced countless thousands of lives. She is the epitome of my frequently used statement, you must succeed so that others can realize their dream. She did exactly that with steadfast insight, conviction, love, and strength. She was the iconic mentor and example to all young people, showing them they could take control of their life and make it by making the business work to achieve a better life and freedom for themselves and family. She is not only largely responsible for making Market Taiwan a tremendous success, but was a mentor, example, and inspiration to young people in all countries. She has always been and is an incredible communicator and teacher. Her teaching and message and example continue to resonate around the world. Those of you that loved her and believed in her and were inspired to join the business or grow the business because of her. And if any of you feel emotional or a loss, the most powerful thing you can do for her is to succeed. That's what her life's mission. That is the ultimate tribute to Stacy. She didn't even tell anyone of her condition because she envisioned recovering, and she did not want it to affect anyone's focus or growth. What you can do now is listen to these two success profiles of her speaking on stage. Her belief, love, and enthusiasm eloquently bubbles over. This is how we will always remember her, and it is a tribute to her. Her message and use of her team to express it tells the secret of success in the business. Get the tickets to have an experience with a team and learn the system to change your life. And now a word from Stacy. This is from back in 2014. Let's hear what she has to say.
I saw a lot of franchise owners make residual income with the 2 to 3 years plan. Then I dared to dream. But at the same time, I really have a lot of questions. Can I do it? Can I make it? And I want the answer right away. And how good it is. The event teaches us how to build up the team, how to build up relationships to the people, how to establish our attitude and knowledge with the business. I try to learn, and then when I go back home, I just take action. I try to build up a relationship with people. I try to do the retail, try to do the recruit. It's not easy. Some may work, some may not work, but it's okay. I get more and more experiences from the one I'm doing. But at the same time, I have questions again. That's why I can't wait to come back to the event because I need the answers again. Let's go back. I always come back with a reason. I know why I'm here. Because I'm the one, I need this opportunity. I'm the one, I want to fight for my future, for my dream, not just for a living. I'm the one, I have the question, I need the answers. And I'm the one, I need to learn what to do and how to do it, even how to take the team to do it at the same time. Then, I'm the one, I need the courage and belief to take action. It's really not easy for the average people, but we can do it, we can make it, because I'm the one always come back to Market American family. People here will help us. The events such as HDD, UVP, Basic 5, ECCT, local seminar, moving up seminar, regional event, and convention in Taiwan and in the United States. All the leaders, all the speakers, they have done everything already. We just need to follow their steps. They try very hard to solve our problems. Remember, it's our problem. We have no time, we have no money, we have no background, we have no relationship, we have no skill to build up the relationship. We dare not speak, we dare not to show the play. It's our problem. But the people here, they try hard to solve our problem. They help us. There's always someone who have done already, everything already. We just follow them. It's the unfranchised DNA. We learn, we teach, we manage, and we help each other build up this business as a team. How nice it is. People around here not only inspire us, but support us, but help us. And who is the first one always doing this? Of course, JR. Everybody knows JR's story. We all know why and how he bought his very first ticket. I remember there's once, he stand up, he mentioned about his story again and again, then he cried. Because JR said, what if he didn't buy the ticket? What if he didn't show up the event? Then there will be no Market American. There will be no shop.com, no corporate team, no residual income, no event, no you and me here. How terrible it is. Then I cried. I just realized how important is the power of the ticket. So I want to do the same thing, like JR. I want the unfranchised DNA. I want this DNA. So I buy the ticket all the time. I always set a goal to buy the ticket, not only 1 or 3. I buy 21 every time from the beginning because I will set the numbers. If my team, I will push other people to buy the ticket, but I will push myself to buy more. If I cannot, my team cannot reach the number, I will go out to buy more and more to make the numbers because it's my business. It's, it's my family. And I have to do this just like JR. And that's why I have the team over there with me. Trust me, I'm so proud of them. We have 260 people on Taiwan this time. Every time more than 200, maybe next time more than 300. Trust me, it's not easy from the beginning. I was alone a couple years ago, just over there. But I never feel lonely because we are a North American family. So we need to do, just receive the torch. Take it just like the torch and learn how to pass it. Pass it with the showing play. Pass with your heart. Pass with your story, with the people, the people's stories around here. And we all can make it. And try to invite them to this lovely and nice North American family. That's what I'm doing. And I love what I'm doing because it's not only make me have the residual income. It made me feel like I can become a better person. It's really a better me. I'm still very small, but I can do something bigger, much bigger than me. Thank you, JR. Thank you, Mark American. I love you all. Thank you, everyone.
Lauren, JR's wife, had this to say. It is with incredible sadness that we share the news of the passing of our beautiful partner, friend, daughter, wife, mother, and incomparable Stacy Tung. Stacy became one of the most accomplished, respected, and successful entrepreneurs our company has ever known. We love Stacy. Stacy helped and inspired thousands of people to follow their dreams and helped so many to change their lives in our business. She was the definition of a true leader. She led her team with pride, respect, and love. She was a giver. She personally took the burden of seeing so many young people suffering financially and worked with them, guided them, and inspired them until so many became financially able. Stacy didn't speak of her cancer to many. In fact, most did not know. What she did share with us, how she didn't want anyone to worry about her. She wanted people to continue to stay focused on their goals, and she promised us to share her story in fall when she would kick cancer's ass. We truly believe she would. She spoke often to us about how much she loved her team and her leaders. She wanted them to continue to thrive and grow, how much she missed seeing everyone all the time. She was so proud of them. She couldn't wait to get back. She spoke to me of how she loved Oliver and Jack and how lucky she was to have such an amazing husband. She told me how much Oliver loved football, and she was so proud that he recognized how much he was growing with each practice. She laughed as she would tell me how much she loved to eat, as she would beam with pride he is growing. She sent many photos to us of her with Oliver and Jack during her battle, always smiling and happy to be with them. She was selfless, kind, caring, and a strong leader, one who led by doing things first. She shared with me in January how she watched the district rally online from the hospital with her prospect, who was going to be her first business partner in 2021. She was thrilled. She said she has nothing in life to complain about. She never complained once. She was amazing and inspiring to us all, a hero. She was filled with energy in every message, filled with love and gratitude always. She never ended a message to me without reminding me to stay healthy, happy, and full of love. Although she was taken from us far too young, and we all wish for more time, we feel blessed to have known and loved Stacy for these years. We are grateful that our lives were touched by her. Grief never ends, but it changes. It is passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness, nor a lack of faith. It is the price of love. Death leaves a heartache no one can heal, but love leaves a memory no one can steal. It's like something magical comes from these places of life and death. We don't understand it on this side, but I suppose one day it will all make sense. But for now, I want the words of Stacy to live in my mind. Do more to help people be happy, stay healthy, and full of love. Stacy, you will forever live in our hearts. We love you and we will miss you forever. I'm going to let you just add your own comments about these posts. I can understand, writing a tribute, but when you bring the opportunity, you lose me. And my thoughts about you, Lauren and JR, and your unfranchised owners who use Stacy's death to push products opportunity or to attend trainings that requires you to buy tickets leaves a very nasty, bitter taste in my mouth. My friend Dave translated several posts for me. I'm not going to read them all to you, but I want you to see them, that these distributors behaved just as the le-vel ones did. To me, they all ring a bit hollow because I know behind the post is the desire to sell or recruit or both. I place the blame of this outlandish behavior squarely on JR's and Lauren's shoulders. It is terribly sad that Shanann and Stacy are no longer with us. Both were beautiful women who worked hard, and unfortunately, they believed in the dream companies like Market America and le-vel sell. Anyone can do it as long as they work hard and never give up. Shanann was about to lose her house and close to a second bankruptcy chasing the dream. I do not know how much Stacy spent on her Market America crown, so to speak. I do know she deserves better than to be paraded around by Market America and used so others will bust their butts chasing the elusive dream of time freedom and money freedom. Here is an excerpt from someone who joined Market America. There will be a link to the full post in my video description. So the conventions were not that great. It just felt like a hype arena trying to stimulate your emotions on selling the Market America plan to new people. I try to saturate as much information as possible. However, it's basically the same poop from Market America's YouTube videos. I watch the videos to compare information to see why people keep going to the conventions to hear the same poop every time. There was definitely a lot of those type music that are hyped up to appeal to your emotions. One example was Fight Song. The Chinese community says its commitment for financial freedom. Well, $200 Market America tickets, hotel cost 4 to 5 day overnight, and also the plane ticket. This doesn't include food. After the convention, it's pushed on us to buy 3 tickets for the next convention right away. There is a huge Hong Kong and Taiwan community. Pretty sure the Asian market is saturated with Market America people from my observation while being in the conventions. Also, got inside information on the $1 Million Club. Members to get money generated was to open in a new place that there aren't touched by MLMs. It took long to get information from these people because I had to pester the $1 Million people to teach me secrets. Of the Asian community was breached, as I'm sure they don't look up stats on a company. The graph for the company growing is definitely from opening in new countries, as I keep hearing new teams and new places. Wow, amazing. One team was the Philippines team. We call it the Flushing Delphia team. That team was the first impression was cult-like. The amount of energy and hype was crazy. There wasn't much info on business for the leaders, only stories on why they started and get the tickets. That's all. During the 5-month period, I did what my upline said, but doing it my way as I did not want to be pushy. Learn from a $1 Million Club member that to get going was to find the best 2 recruiters. They said it doesn't matter how many you have in your organization since there is a cap on how much you can make. However, they are partially right, but when you have a big organization, the speed of hitting those commissions are definitely where the money is at. The cap is basically the illusion to make it look legit and make recruiting not as important as is the sole generator of moving volume. Shopping annuity wasn't that special either. Wow, great. I spend money to buy Market America $6 toilet paper, but wait, here is some 2% cash back. The products are definitely overpriced when compared to marketed-based products. Some products weren't so bad, but when compared to retail products, Market America is out of the competition. Pretty much regret being part of Market America as my upline was pushy and it felt more to recruit but disguised as retailing product.
Truly, there has never been a better time to be in this business than right now. You see, we deliver products that allow you to be proactive and not reactive with your health. We're making products that deal with the times today. Sales just keep rising and rising and rising and rising. And by the way, that's the momentum that this company and you have right now. Ride this momentum. Now's the time to drill it home. You see, team, we are built to last. All of this will catapult your business to new heights. Through all of this turmoil, we actually became stronger and we're more motivated than we ever were before. We are determined. Are you determined? Are you determined? Make it happen. We love you. Thank you so much.
Vice President and longtime successful and franchise owner. We all want to be successful in building a profitable and stable unfranchised business. I understand this, and it's a given for each of us. Attending the 2021 World Conference in the comfort of your home or partner's home rates a 10 on a 10 scale for education and insight to an unfranchised business success. It is such a small price to pay Just $200 for 3 days of enlightenment and insight to build your unfranchised business. Act now to purchase your ticket by speaking to your senior partner who may have tickets in hand, or order online through unfranchise.com, or call direct to the company at 800-232-8590. Check out marketamericaevents.com for details. Now, this may be a good time to get a partner on the left and one from the right and book the time together. I look forward to seeing you on the screen March 26th to the 28th. I'll meet you at the top.
Now that you've heard all of this and you saw how Shanann's death was used and now Stacy's, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are about these companies using the tragedy of death from their distributors as a marketing tool. I'd really like to know. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I appreciate it. And remember, you're beautiful and I love you.